All right, topic, operations of functions. If we're given two functions, f of x equals 4x squared minus 2x, and g of x equals 2x. Okay, in this first example, we're only going to take function f and evaluate it at negative 2, x equal negative 2. So f of negative 2 is equal to 4 parentheses negative 2 squared minus 2 parentheses negative 2. Okay, according to PEMDAS, don't forget PEMDAS. Exponents always have to happen first. So negative 2 squared is 4, so we end up with 4 times 4 minus 2 times negative 2, which turns into plus 4. Okay, so 16 plus 4 is 20.
So do we put like x equals 20 or?
F of x equals 20.
Oh, okay, see, that's what I'm missing. Okay.
So if you wanted to think about this a little further, f of negative 2 equals 20. If I want to write that as an ordered pair, that would be negative 2 comma 20. Does that make sense? We are finding the y when you evaluate a function. Okay, on number 2, this looks a little strange, so try to get used to it. The inside says f of negative 1, but the actual function is going to be g of x. Okay, so whatever we evaluate function g, first we have to figure out what f of negative 1 is and plug that answer in to find g of that. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Inside we have f of negative 1. Okay, that's going to be 4 parentheses negative 1 squared minus 2 parentheses negative 1. On the inside of that function is f of negative 1, and I'm using the function f of x. Okay, when you evaluate a function like this, it's kind of like nested functions. It's nested one inside another. You have to go to the very inside before you can do the one on the outside. So negative 1 squared is a positive 1. 4 times 1 is 4. And then negative 2 times negative 1, positive 2. So that equals 6. F of negative 1 equals 6. So we're actually going to do g of 6 is what we're going to do. So the function g of x is 2 times x. So 2 parentheses 6. And that equals 12. Okay, so we had to evaluate the f function first before we could find the answer to that. Okay, so if you were going to look at it, g of f of negative 1 is equal to 12. Okay, and so if I was going to write that as an ordered pair, what did I get for f of negative 1? So 6 comma 12 would be the ordered pair.
So what's the real one? 6, 12?
Mm-hmm.
You have to write it like that.
You can just, in this case, you can just write equals 12. But I'm just kind of tying it all together so you can remember how to write it as an ordered pair. All right, number 3, notice over here we have f plus g. So what has to happen is we have to add the two functions together. Okay, so we have 4x squared minus 2x, I'm going to put that in parentheses, plus the other function is 2x. And since we're not really evaluating it at an actual value, we're just going to combine like terms, and our answer is just going to be the expression. So add like terms. 4x squared, and then Negative 2x plus 2x.
I don't get why you got 2x.
Because the f function is this one. This is f of x. And this one is g of x. We're doing f plus g. Yes. Okay? The 4x squared is the function f of x.
Okay, but wait, you got another x on that. Like, what does that x mean?
Where did this 2x come from? Right here?
Yeah.
That's just function notation. Well, whenever you look at your function, every variable is an x, right? So this is called f of x. The function f is evaluated with x in terms of x. So in this case, it's just in general. Okay, the same thing with number 4. There's no number for x. Okay, so did y'all understand the answer was 4x squared there? Negative 2x plus 2x canceled. So, all right, so on number 4, instead of adding, we're subtracting. We're taking the g function away from the f function. So 4x squared minus 2x, parentheses, minus 2x. So we've got negative 2x minus 2x. So what's that going to be? Negative 4x. So 4x squared, let me bring that on down. 4x squared minus 4x is the answer. Okay? If you actually have a number in parentheses, then that's when you get an ordered pair. If you just have an x, then you're just combining like terms and simplifying your expression. Okay, at this point in the lesson, I'm going to ask you to pause your video and work number 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and then you can push play to check them, or you could just do one problem at a time. Pause one problem at a time. All right, this time the outside function is f and the inside function is g. So I'm going to evaluate g of negative 4 first. That means 2 times negative 4 equals negative 8. Okay, now I'm going to put negative 8 into the f function. So f of negative 8 is going to give me 4 parentheses negative 8 squared minus 2 times negative 8. Okay, 8 squared is 64, so 4 times 64 minus 2 times negative 8 becomes plus 16. Four times 64 plus 16 is 272. All right, number 6. The inside function is g. G of 3 is equal to 2 times 3, which is 6. So now we're going to do f of 6, which is 4 parentheses 6 squared minus 2 times 6. So 36 times 4 minus 12 is 144 minus 12 equals 132. On number 7, we're going to add the two functions together first. F of x is 4x squared minus 2x plus g of x, which is 2x. And then after we get that simplified, we'll go ahead and evaluate the 4. So negative 2x plus 2x cancels. Okay, now I'm going to do 4 parentheses 4 squared. Okay, 4 squared is 16, and 16 times 4 is 64. Okay, number 8, we need to subtract the two functions. That's starting with g, so I'm going to put 2x minus 4x squared minus 2x. Okay, I'm going to leave that in parentheses. If I distribute the minus sign, I get 2x minus 4x squared plus 2x. Okay, so that's negative 4x squared plus 4x.
Well, wait.
All right, now we're going to look at the last two operations where we multiply the two functions together and then divide. Okay, on number 9, fg means f times g. So 4x squared minus 2x, I'm going to put that in parentheses, times the g of x is 2x. So I'm actually going to put it in front just because that's the way I'm used to seeing it. You could put it at the end if you want. Okay, this is a distributive property. Okay, 2x times 4x squared, 8x cubed, and then 2x times negative 2x, and this represents the product of the two functions. We have not evaluated it because they didn't tell us to. We just have x right there. Okay? If they were to evaluate, means substitute your number in and do the operations. Okay? All I did is the multiplication of the two functions and multiply them together. Okay? Number 10, we're going to divide the two functions. It says f divided by g. So I have to put f of x on top, 4x squared minus 2x divided by 2x.
So wouldn't it be 2x squared minus x?
Yes, you could do this. They both have a 2x in common, so we could look at it like this. Okay? 4x squared divided by 2x is 2x. And negative 2x divided by 2x is 1, minus 1. Okay, so now you can pause your video and do the two practice problems and check your answer. All right, on number 11, f times g was 2x times 4x squared minus 2x, which gave us 8x cubed minus 4x squared. If we go ahead and evaluate that at 0, it looks like this. 8 parentheses 0 cubed minus 4 parentheses 0 squared. And anything times 0 is 0, so the answer is 0 on number 11. On number 12, f divided by g was 4x squared minus 2x divided by 2x, and that gave us 2x minus 1. If we evaluate that at x equals 2, it looks like this. 2 times 2 minus 1. 4 minus 1 equals 3.